when a song is called Fashion Week, you know, music and fashion just go hand in glove. You know, that thing is not hand in hand, it's actually hand in glove.
Who made it hand in hand?
Hey, my brothers and sisters, what do they know? All right, 96.9 Cool FM. I've got Nay in the building, and I've got Amal from Uganda. Amal's just applied for a Nigerian visa. She was rejected, but we are doing it. Don't worry.
Slowly by slowly.
With your prayers, she will not be deported this week.
Wow.
You understand? From this hour, Nigeria.
Do they really
Anybody that they deport
They
from
do.
Nigeria. There was one radio presenter that they deported now.
They actually
Really?
deport a lot. Yeah.
Yes. Nigeria.
Wow.
They can actually turn you back at the airport.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You know how it sweets me in this life. There's nothing better than dual citizenship. When I come into Nigeria, I just bring out my Nigerian passport, and because I don't know why I look white to some people. Am I even white?
Yeah. Daddy Freeze, do we?
I'm just yellower than you. Doesn't make me white. I know what white people look like.
Yeah.
So when I just walk in, they say, this way. This is only for Nigerian passport. I just bone up. I say, I have a Nigerian passport. It's useful today for getting into this country.
No, but y'all are lucky. Y'all are very lucky.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? To get
Can a
like.
Nigerian come to Uganda without a visa?
I think so. I think it's at the airport. You can get it from the airport. I don't think you necessarily have to apply for a visa.
What about Ugandans? Do you have to apply to come to Nigeria?
Yeah.
No. So somebody
Yeah.
gave you a visa.
Yeah. Yes, and they will hustle you at the Nigerian High Commission in Uganda.
No. You sat down.
Yes. And got
You
interviewed.
did interview
Yes.
Wow.
to come here.
Yes, they asked me what I want from. Yeah.
As in, and they almost rejected you.
Yeah, they keep sending you back until you have everything right.
So come here.
Yeah. Of course. What do you mean, Daddy Freeze? What do you mean to come here? Nigeria is the giant of Africa. And African... please, Daddy Freeze. Let's be...
But I think you
Before they
guys.
say I'm not patriotic, what are we giants in?
No, but seriously, you.
I think
we
you
have
guys.
43 million people, 93 million people living in
94.
extreme poverty.
But you guys have one of the most expensive resident permits. I wouldn't know, but I think it's $2,000
Yeah, I
To
mean...
have residence permit in
per
Nigeria
year.
for a year.
Yeah.
And that's what you have.
Yes.
So you are here resident and you are paying this government $2,000.
Yeah.
Do you know what it means to live in Nigeria? Daddy Freeze, why are you surprised?
You that you want to run for government.
No,
You think
I
I
just
don't know
want
you?
to go and study abroad. Okay.
Swear on your life
I just want to
that
go and
you come back to
study.
this
Daddy Freeze,
Nigerian
please don't be
system.
saying this thing. I just want to go and any country I'm going to study and I'll be back. I'm a patriotic Nigerian. I love my
Swear on
country.
your life that you'll be back.
I love my country. Of
Hey,
course.
it's not about swear now. That thunder should
Of
strike you in that
course,
country once you
of
finish
course,
reading the
of
book and
course.
don't come back.
Daddy
Of
Freeze.
course.
I don't like I don't like swearing that kind of
Please, better person that is here on extended visa. So if you get married to a Nigerian now,
Yes, then you'd get a wife.
now hold on a second. Yeah, I'm not teaching you a bad thing, but maybe you marry a Nigerian and give him that $2,000.
Depends on who I marry. I can receive applicants a little bit.
Because instead of giving his money to government, now can't you just find one hungry guy?
Just give him.
Do you know the way they do it abroad?
Yeah.
You and the person will not live together. But you just instead of $2,000 now, if you give the person 1.5 or 1.2, just price it very well. Then the person becomes your husband. But the problem in Nigeria is one day he'll just show up at your door and wants his husbandly rights.
Wake up.
But come, we did this for papers. No.
Leave that one.
I will call them. All right. It is After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the lobsters, the beautiful Ugandan lobster, a beautiful soon-to-be Canadian lobster.
Yes, amen.
The patriotic Nigerian in Canada.
Amen.
Lobster.
Amen.
And also, we've got another gorgeous lobster in the building. Absolutely fabulous. Her name is Zika. She's wonderful. You know, and she balances everything. You know. We need to know what's going on in the village.
Anytime that Freeze is giving a compliment, just wait.
Just
till
wait
it-
for you.
till it ends because it can never be a straight compliment.
All right, breaking news. Woman who claimed she was raped by Neymar threatens to release video of the attack and says she should have killed Neymar. You want to kill Neymar, first of all, for all the guys who love football and who love the Brazilian team. Then secondly, for all the girls that are drooling.
Thank you.
Now that Anthony Joshua has failed, now that Anthony Joshua has been beaten and separated from his soul, you see, many religions believe that there is ensoulment. That is, when a fetus is growing, after a certain period, I think it's 2 months,
Yeah.
the soul comes in. I never knew there was dissoulment.
But that suitcase
It
is
happens
lawyer though.
if you receive a punch like Anthony Joshua did.
The suitcase was waiting for him in the ring.
You know, so Anthony Joshua now has to go back and do another ensoulment. Now everybody's turning to Neymar, and whoever's left, David Beckham's retired and married
Yeah.
and gonna be a granddad anytime soon, so he's off the ladies' chart. Anthony's also off for now because it's hard to have a man crush money that has no soul.
And then what's the other guy's name? Oh, Ronaldo is married.
Ronaldo is
Is
married.
he married?
Yes.
Married,
He's
or-
really,
Like
oh,
really, really married.
like they're actually staying together. I'm so disappointed
Stay
in him.
together, not married.
Let's
Let's be
Hey,
guided.
hey, hey, hey.
Let's be sure
Okay, he's
of
staying
how many
with somebody.
bachelors we still have.
He's
so
staying
please.
with somebody. So you guys now have Neymar left. And here's where the problem lies. They want to take him down too. So all the girls in the world are fighting. Like, who? I heard a girl say, who reports when Neymar?
No, but you know he.
Don't think about it. It is bad. Even if
It
it's
is.
Neymar.
Yes.
Now you girls also need to wake up. Stop hanging around celebs. I think this is you listen, I've seen rich people's daughter groupie. I work for myself, own my own company, make my own money kind of groupie. I have seen poor, lonely, distressed groupie. I have seen I want to be a musician. So I'm hanging around Davido kind of groupie.
Oh, okay.
I've seen all sorts of groupies. Please, groupiehood, groupiness, groupieing does not bring anything good.
Yeah.
Please. And many of these women throw themselves at these players, so at these celebrities, so the celebrity can wake up, so they can wake up tomorrow. And who knew this woman before? Now we're all sitting down and having to read news about her. Now, if she genuinely was sexually harassed, then it has become an issue. But if it wasn't, do you understand? Then, it's. Or what do you guys think?
But you know, Neymar actually came and did a video and showed WhatsApp chats of him and this woman. WhatsApp chats where she sent him provocative pictures and asked if he was interested.
Okay.
Being as Neymar as he is, said yes. She booked the hotel.
She booked the hotel.
She booked the hotel. So I'm not surprised that she has a tape, a recording. It may not be of rape, but they should be.
Now, Neymar. This is Akagom behavior. How can they book hotel for you?
For
That
you.
you fly private jet.
No, you could have sent her the money.
No.
It wasn't a wise move.
Yes. Especially someone that's throwing themselves at you. Do you know if there are 50 lawyers trying to bait you?
Yeah.
He was probably in love at the moment.
love
No,
What?
he was
In
in
love with
lost.
what? Yeah.
But you see
Whatever the
problem,
case, it was high.
I don't understand why celebrities keep making this mistake, because it's a casual, it's a normal thing. It happens
It's a
every day.
pattern.
Yes, it's a pattern. But still, there's still people falling for this trick. You see a woman, she comes to you, she's very, do you want this? Do you want this? You still follow. Tomorrow you're in court swearing that it's consensual. It's embarrassing.
I mean, they don't learn from themselves because it happened
Yeah.
to Ronaldo recently, right?
Just
Everybody would think
months
that-
ago, it wasn't even up to a year. Just months ago, Ronaldo was fighting the same case. And now here you are.
Yes, I totally agree with Amal. Now, there's a new twist in her story. The woman has reportedly been dropped by the law firm representing her because of contradictions in the case. Oh my goodness. She is so much of a groupie, she contradicting herself up and down. Now, the Fernandez A. Brew law firm said their client initially told them she had consensual sex with Neymar, the world's most expensive footballer, in a Paris hotel in May, and that he then became violent and assaulted her. But the Rio de Janeiro-based lawyer said in the official complaint the woman gave to the Brazilian police on the 31st of May, she described what had happened as rape, which is a completely different allegation. And this is according to the Daily Mail. Now, Fernandez and the Brew also said she confirmed that the sexual relationship with Neymar was consensual. It has since given up its contract with the alleged victim. Now, her representative said that they decided to withdraw their services after their ethical standards were compromised by the woman's behavior, according to reports on Brazilian Globo TV. They even advised her to avoid a court case, as it will be better to strike a deal with Neymar's legal team because the process would be long and drawn out. But the accuser refused to accept these terms and claimed she wanted to get maximum coverage by releasing the damning video of the attack. In an interview with Band TV on Monday, Neymar's father, Neymar Sr., said the presence of his son's lawyer that my son's a victim of attempted extortion, and this is the reason why he released the messages. He preserved the name of the girl and her image, but my son had to defend herself. He's been accused of rape, and this is a crime that he has not committed. He didn't have a choice. He preferred to commit an internet crime than be accused of rape. This was something he had to defend himself from quickly. It's better that he tells the truth now to show what really happened. Neymar has since denied the allegation, but he's currently being investigated for sharing an Instagram video showing explicit WhatsApp messages and photos from the woman who accused him of rape. So guys, you also need to be careful when you just run to social media to share videos. You could get into a lot of trouble. So Neymar is in at least one type of trouble for the videos he
Distribution
released.
of.
Distribution of.
Yeah, but this hurts because there are a lot of people out there who actually get raped on a daily, and women or people like this who come and falsely accuse people of rape make it harder for authorities to believe the people that actually are getting raped, because this happens. It's not everyone gets up and lies about this, but when you're reading this one is lying, that one is lying, the next person who actually goes to report, that's when you find them asking, why? Aren't you the one who texted who? That's why all those questions arise, because there's so many lies out there.
And I think it's also very unfair that somebody will come out and accuse somebody of raping them, and eventually when they prove that the person didn't actually rape anybody, the accuser has to walk away free. Nothing happens to that person.
I think accusers need to be persecuted.
Yeah, if you're going to tarnish somebody's image...
Prosecuted. I beg your pardon. Yeah,
if you're going to be tarnishing somebody's image like that, because isn't that like defamation of character?
Yes, absolutely. And you see, you can establish a case of defamation if you can prove that it's going to affect your earnings.
Yes.
And trust me, labeled a rapist is definitely going to affect a celebrity's earnings, endorsements. Do you understand? A lot of people would withdraw endorsements from anybody who's involved in any form of sexual crime or sexual aggression of any sort. You understand? Now, Timi Dakolo was also in this picture a few days ago. He released a statement saying, "Be like Neymar." Timi Dakolo shared a news report that detailed the actions of Neymar when he was accused of sexual assault. The singer went on to advise suspected abusers to be like Neymar and clear themselves if they know they're innocent. Now, I have a problem with this.
Yeah. Okay.
Because whoever is the accused that we're talking about was not mentioned.
Okay.
Exactly.
Neymar was mentioned. The woman didn't come and say one Abacha guy.
Okay, I see. Yeah, that's
Do you understand? She came out and said Neymar. So maybe if Timi Dakolo can come out and mention this guy's name, then this guy can show WhatsApp messages.
Exactly. So you don't expect the person to just because it was a shade, right? You didn't mention anybody's name.
You can't come
you
out
don't
and
expect
say-
anybody to just come
Yeah.
out and openly accept the shade.
Can't say one
So-
person in that building, come out.
You know,
Yeah, no one is going to.
So maybe we should tell Timmy to
mention the
not be
name.
timid and mention the name.
Timmy,
So that,
Timmy should be like the accuser.
yeah, so Timmy can come out
Yeah.
and say it was
Boldly
him.
mention the name,
Yes.
right?
And then we're going to stand behind Timmy.
Exactly, because then there'll be a name, and then people can start coming out with
But
their
unfortunately,
stories.
we can't stand behind timid.
Oh, yes,
Yeah, so you've got to name names.
you really do.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it becomes hard to help.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're waiting for a name drop. And of course, it's going to be followed up very quickly by WhatsApp messages and things of that sort,
BCs.
BCs and all that, to prove that nothing was or something happened. Okay? And also, if it happened 15 years ago, for instance, I'm not saying a sexual crime 15 years ago has lost its potency in a court of law or before the court of public opinion. However, let's also try as much as possible to make sure that we're not aiming at specific people while leaving out other people who are also guilty of that same.
Yeah,
Right.
and there's also there's another trend I see usually. Something happens while someone is normal. Yeah, maybe you guys have consensual, or he decides to force himself. Then the day the person or the woman becomes popular,
Prominent.
then you come out. You're like, wait, 15 years ago, this happened. Now that doesn't mean it didn't happen. That doesn't mean there's no trauma in your life. But you kind of see how that situation makes it. People are going to focus on the fact that it's, what's the word?
Like you feel like the person would want to use that against the person.
No, like
Yes.
why are you coming out now?
No.
When they're popular, why didn't you chase his case when it was? But maybe, again, it's twisted because maybe the person was going through trauma. There's that. Maybe you weren't ready to come out.
Because you don't know what they are going through, and if the person becomes popular, then definitely that person will be all over the place in the person's face, and you just bring back the memory every time. That's what I think, though. So it's easier to want to see
that does
them.
make sense, but also let's also not capitalize. If you really saw it as a crime, you would have brought it up.
Earlier.
I think that's chasing.
No,
clouds.
but exactly.
No.
Now you see when there's
No.
some things you
Don't
do
you think that's chasing
I don't
clouds?
agree.
when you're.
I
when-
don't.
Let me
agree.
tell you the worst. Give me an example. Imagine I did something to Naomi 15 years ago. Maybe she did what she could then to get me into trouble. We've begged, we've moved on. We've met at a couple of meetings.
You've settled her in
We
a
have
way.
settled in some way.
Yeah.
Almost to the point where maybe the guy who is currently dating Naomi is someone I know, and we've attended parties together. You understand?
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden,
You're
I
coming
just
out.
blow tomorrow. Maybe I enter Big Brother house. That's what it takes to blow in Nigeria these days. Just go inside Big Brother, come out. You have
Yeah.
1 million Instagram followers. You're shaking like this up and down. People are
Endorsement,
using it to
endorsement,
do-
endorsement.
Celebrity status.
You understand? Hello, more people voted for Big Brother than for the election. So you understand? It's what Nigeria wants. It's what we can deal with intellectually from time to time. Is that a shame? I hope not. But you
the
know,
whole
you
thing.
know, you know. Y'all didn't vote, but y'all voted Big Brother. All of you.
That.
You go into Big Brother house, you come out with 50 million naira, 25 million naira, 45 million naira. You're the best medical student in your school. They give you 50K.
50?
50.
Or
15.
250 naira.
250 naira, yes.
Something
15,000.
ridiculous.
15,000.
Yeah.
In
15,000.
your school?
In my school, 15,000.
Oh, wow.
15K.
Yeah.
Wow. But you see, this is what I'm talking about. So imagine I now go into Big Brother house and I'll come out a celebrity. Then Naomi, that I know her boyfriend, all of a sudden wants to remember of something that we have, one water that has gone under the bridge.
Yeah.
You understand?
Well, if we settled, so to speak, if we settled in the past, I don't see any reason for you to come out later. But if it was something that maybe we just somehow killed it, closed the matter, nobody talked about it, I can come out anytime I feel like I want to come out and say it.
But you see, when it's sensitive issues like that and you come out at a time like that, you're distracting people from what actually happened, and people are going to focus on the fact that it's clout.
No, what about if it was when I feel like I'm strong enough to actually talk about what I went through or
Then-
what you put me through?
Then the question is going to be asked, why didn't you go to him privately? Why did you feel the need to come to social media?
So that people would know the kind of person he is or something. Isn't that
Did
why
someone
you
come
do
to
this?
your DM and tell you that they did it to him too? Because it makes sense if someone else has come and said, he has done this to me recently, then you come out. But if not,
Sometimes that's always the case though.
yes, if it's that, perfect. But if you wake up one day and say, hey, listen ye, 15 years ago, and he has just come out of Big Brother, what are going to be the comments? And it's going to be insensitive,
yeah,
but
people are going to say you're chasing clout, you're doing anything, but that doesn't stop. I mean, that I don't think it's fair to want to shut the person out because you think, oh, now that the person is now the somebody that did whatever is now prominent, then the victim doesn't have a right to
it
speak.
diverts attention, because guess what? It's actually going to be hard to get him into court. It's going to be hard for them to what's the word when they finally...
Maybe we need some lawyers to call in when we come back so they could tell us something that happened 15 years ago and you have sort of moved on or haven't moved on. Can you still bring it up? Does rape have an expiry of some
like
sort?
murder.
Do you understand? We need lawyers to call when we come back, and we're also going to be talking about some trending topics. Jay-Z's a billionaire. We'll be talking about that. Eid Mubarak to every Muslim brother and sister listening to us right now. It's trending, and my Muslim brothers are trending. Abacha is trending for the recovery of more loot. That and more when we return on After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters, 7 to 9 p.m. every weekday on 96.9 Cool FM. 96.9 Cool FM. After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters. Woo! Yeah. All right. Amal's here. Nene's here. Zika's here. And I'm here. Okay. That was the Carters. And talking about Carters, there's a Carter who's a billionaire now.
Yep.
Yes. Can we make some noise, please? Can we make some noise?
Now that's my spec.
Yes, from a Brooklyn drug dealer to self-made mogul, Forbes has officially crowned Jay-Z hip-hop's first billionaire. According to a new article written by Zach O'Malley, the Rock Nation mogul has accumulated a fortune that conservatively totals $1 billion, making him one of only a handful of entertainers to become a billionaire, and the first hip-hop artist to do so. His vast fortune came from various deals in liquor, cash, arts, and taxis. Yes, Rockaware, real estate, Tidal, Uber. Come on. So big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Jigga Hove. That's right. All right. That's nice. Okay, moving on to other trending topics. Ladies and gentlemen, in the news, we have our late former head of state, General Sani Abacha, who has returned some loot. So let's also appreciate the fact that
for the third time
loot,
or the fourth time.
yeah, but I hope the loot does not get relooted.
Loot and continue.
The loot will be relocated.
Yeah, the relootment of the loot, because some politicians right now are just chilling like this. Abacha has released his loot. Don't worry, we are here.
It's
A
our
looter.
time.
Continue.
All right. Well, according to The Guardian, more than 267 million US dollars traced to the family of the late general has been seized from a British Virgin Island firm and paid into the government coffers in Jersey. Right. What happened to my own coffers? I have coffers at home.
Was it a whistleblower thing? Because whistleblowers get how much?
Ah, man. Why didn't they see me to blow this kind of whistle?
I can blow out. Oh.
Ah, man. Sad.
267
That means
million.
10,
What again?
10%.
US dollars.
Wow.
10% would be 26 million. So I'd get 26 million. Would you
US dollars.
Would you snitch for 26 million?
Me. I'll snitch on my parents.
I I'll snitch on myself. Like if I can give you the 267 and I remain with 26, I will do it.
You know. Now on Twitter, it's been a heck load of memes. As in, guys, you have no clue. People showing politicians getting ready to reloot the loot. You know, quite a few jokes. Naomi has been calculating 81 billion naira. That is how much.
Like I literally couldn't even say the figures.
Seems
my
like
goodness.
it looks like population.
Yes.
Looks like a country's population. Like I'm just.
Yeah. The last one they deleted, they returned. All right. Abacha was trending at number 1 in death. That's huge. Let me read some of the funny tweets we have. Okpayemi Babalola said, "You hear some figures of money stolen and you'll be shivering. Someone would have carried Nigeria's CFO document if he knew where it was." Okay. The
Trust
extortionist. You know. Come on, man. So many ones. Let me see which one. There was some that we saw that were quite funny. Amedo said, "So when Abacha accused OBJ of plotting to overthrow him, the late dictator didn't lie after all. With what Abiola's brother said, it is clear that indeed there was a coup plot." Okay, I don't know about that. You know, now while Abacha is trending, the Igbo food Abacha
Oh my god.
is also trending.
Jesus Christ.
Yes,
Makes me feel like just
I
going
like
straight
that
home.
was
Abacha. I
favorite.
just don't like the Titus fish inside.
Well, yeah, I don't like that fish.
You like
But
Titus fish?
they use pomo now. Pomo is.
Huh?
She's
What is
Ugandan. She
Titus
doesn't know.
Is that who are suffering in Ghana?
What do you guys eat?
We have
Let's have
we
food.
have tilapia and we have Nile perch.
Nile perch.
Yes.
Oh boy, this one an exotic fish pass our No, just shut up. No, shut up. Not talk.
We
Nile
Nigeria,
perch.
no.
Nile perch. When a fish be that one. Better fish. Let's just keep quiet. Let's just pretend we didn't hear her. Let's just hold our mackerel.
No, please, we have fish.
Naomi and
No, please.
They are talking of Nile perch. You are talking of mackerel.
Which one is Nile perch? Nile
no.
what?
Anyway, more and more people are tweeting all sorts of jokes and comedy, and Abacha is trending. So if you're on Twitter and selling Abacha, it's your opportunity to make some sales, as there's someone who's helping you.
The weather is even perfect for it.
For Abacha?
Yeah. Why can't somebody even get one in this?
Anyway,
Vegas
I don't
right
even
now?
like that.
Somebody released something. Roots TV said, I don't know how accurate this is, but it says the diary of Abacha's loot, July 9, 1997, $5 million and $2 million. August 8, 10 million, 1997, $10 million. October 18, 1997, $12.3 million. October 21, 1997, 5.8 million pounds. October 23rd, 14 million. So in 1997, we have 14, 11, 10 million dollars. And there's 1996. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Money is not the goal. It's money is not everything.
Money, not
Money is
everything.
not everything.
Yeah, somebody actually told me that.
But what does it take to be someone's estate manager?
No, but we need to thank Abacha for making some provision for our 2019 budget.
That's right.
Yeah, there's just in case the government say there's no money. Hello, guys.
Yeah.
There is money.
Money.
Yeah, so there is money.
There's now money.
Hey,
I wonder what they're going to do with it now, though.
roads definitely.
Yeah, make life easier for the Ugandans among us by lifting the visa restrictions.
Please help us.
Anyway, moving on to other things. Let's do a bit of relationshiping right now. Yes, I know that's
Why?
what you like.
It's your
And
forte.
half relationships, you know, they inside.
Okay.
Soon, I could change my status with just a text message. So soon.
That's right. So somebody please text her. She's Amal Kash on Instagram. Slide into her DM. You know, you could even make some money. Ugandan girls pay $2,000 a year to live here. She can live in your house for free and you make the money.
No.
Or you are looking for someone who will help you reimburse the 2,000. Okay, so $2,000 is the cost of doing business in Nigeria. That's your capital. You have to make the money back. So Naomi, you were talking to us about something off the air.
Yes. Okay. So I asked a question. First of all, Daddy Freeze. Today I made a comment on a page on Instagram
Instablog.
and no, not Instablog, and they've been calling me out and saying stuff. So somebody said that she met some foreign guys and they were like, oh, that no woman would ever be single by choice. Like there's no woman that's ever single by choice. And in my head, no, like the comment I made, I said I kind of agree with them, right? Because I feel like no woman wants to be single. No woman loves to be single.
No Nigerian woman.
Yeah, okay.
Please. Let's
Nigerian
include
woman.
Nigerian.
But I said that even if she decides to stay single, is probably that decision was probably born out of her experience from her past relationships, and then she decided to say, okay, you know what, I'm giving it a break for now. But telling me that a woman would say, I don't understand it. So if you are in this space where you say you know you're just a woman and you decide you never want to be with a man, I want to understand this, okay? But that's not what we're talking about. That's the comment I made on Instagram, and I got bashed for, which I almost went to delete the comment, but I left it there.
Wait, when you say stay single, do you mean someone has chosen not to get married, or someone has just...
No, at the time, you've chosen not to date or not to be in any sort of relationship with a man at the time. But like I said, that's not what we're talking about. So the question we were asking off the air, Amal, today earlier is that, do men actually get married to, when they are ready to get married, do they actually get married to the women that they really love? Or they just get married to whoever was available for them at the time that they're ready to get married?
Am I allowed to speak?
Yes, of
I
course.
think available. Okay, I don't know.
It's definitely available. It's definitely, because most men have what they want in a woman. They don't always date the woman that they want to marry. They date the one who makes them happy. That's the one that they're going to do everything fun with. And then the one they decide to marry is everything that they were told has to be in a wife. Which is, she must cook food, she must be a church-going girl, no weavon. What else do they ask for?
Yeah.
She must keep her home.
Well, yeah.
As if you're looking for get man.
But I also feel that maybe sometimes, like in most cases, when a man is ready to get married, he would marry the available lady, not because, obviously, because the one that he loves, he had, when he was still in the world, he had played all that one away, and the girl wouldn't wait for him, obviously. She would just move on to the next person, right? And when he's now ready, the girl that he really loves would not be there anymore. So he would now end up with the one that is available.
But let me ask, I want to actually ask guys this question. What do you consider wife material, and by which standards?
Am I allowed to speak?
100 yards.
First of all, wife material condition number 1, figure 8.
Why, Daddy Freeze?
So that will not look outside.
How do you?
now.
No. That is.
Sorry. All right. Okay.
Please, no. That is
sorry.
not part of it.
I didn't mean to offend you.
Daddy
But can I
Freeze,
speak for
please. You are
myself?
speaking for yourself. Yourself alone. This does not.
Listen, let me tell you one thing. One thing a lot of people don't tell you, religions, family, listen, if you like figure 8, if you like lepa, let it be number 1 on your list. Lepa. If you like figure 8, let it be number 1 on your list. Because anybody that tells you to go and marry a God-fearing, Baba, you'll be walking up and down, and Jezebel should just be not God-fearing, will just be collecting your money, collecting your sense, sharing disease for you and the God-fearer you keep at home.
But really?
I'm
Yeah.
telling you.
I mean, in 2019, Daddy Freeze, do people still look at your body type or your body size when
You're
want
going
to
to
get
have to
married?
live with this person
Yes.
forever.
You're
You
living
have to
with
be
the person not because of the body. The body is going
Because
to
of
change.
what?
The person's attitude or the person's character
When you
will
arrive.
remain.
When I wake up in the
No.
morning, when I wake
Hold
up
on,
in
I
the
want to
morning,
ask
is
you
it
a
your
question.
character?
No,
I look
I'm
at?
not
Hold
see
on.
Daddy Freeze. We're not
Wait.
talking about
Wait, hold on a
flings.
second. Okay, I want to ask you a question. Sex in a marriage. On a scale of 1 to 100, give it a percentage. Give it a rating. On a scale of 1
First
to
of all,
100.
you're making love to
Wait
my
now.
mind.
On a scale of 1 to 100, sex in a marriage is like, I don't know if I can say 200. It's what drives a marriage.
It's like 90.
Yeah,
minimum.
but
I'm
then-
telling you.
but
So it has to be good. And for men, you see, women can sleep with an ugly guy who says the right things. Men can't.
Yeah, because men fall in love with what they see and women fall
Yeah,
in love with what
what
they
they
hear.
hear.
Yeah.
So for a guy, wife material, first of all, has to look good. Now, if you have a very good-looking woman, perfect spec, but she's a slut, you don't catch her once, catch her twice. Then you have a almost your spec.
Variable, yeah.
Maybe I, for instance, like tall, curvy, dark-skinned women. Now, I might have a tall, curvy, dark-skinned woman who's I've caught cheating on me like 3 times. Every few days there's a disappearance, then phone's off for the whole day, and there's no excuses, and you just keep catching her. Now there is that same spec, but light. But is better behaved, or that same spec and short, even though I like do you understand?
Yeah.
Now I will bend my spec, not totally. I wouldn't go from what is visually pleasing to me to something totally visually unpleasing, because then I'll now have to live with
That.
that,
But you see,
and it's a chore.
to be honest, I don't even think men they have spec. I
No,
don't think
men
men
have
have
spec.
spec.
Men
They
have
ha-
spec.
you ask a man what do you want
They
in a
don't
woman.
have spec.
He will
Leave all
list-
these people.
But the problem is men are not, when they get married, they're so eager to get the good girls, the one that has, the one that's still, that no one knows. So you get
Yeah.
something that's not your spec, and then you're running
Let
around
me tell you what
town.
happened to. Let me tell you what happened to one of my uncles that I know. His first 3 wives, or his first 2 wives, were not virgins. So he met one young lady who was like 17. Church girl, everything. You know, the guy was in love. He wanted to marry her because she was a virgin.
Aw.
Blah, 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 blah. Married her the night of the day and found out that
Is as it.
because about the expressway. So now they pass, car they pass, car
Swamp.
they pass. You know?
Hey,
So the guy was like, but he had already married her.
Sanji.
You see, sometimes those girls that you think are the good girls might just be smart enough not to ever get caught.
Exactly.
So
I
guys,
agree.
go after. Listen, first things first. Nigerian men lack forgiveness. If you get what you deserve.
African men.
Like for instance, I know Naomi. Last time we sat down to try to estimate her body count, we came up at about 315. How
Yeah.
many guys did we come up with?
Was 318.
318.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Now Naomi can tell me that she's been with 318 men because
Wow.
she doesn't feel like I want to ever marry her.
Yes.
But if I came, I said, Naomi, have you ever been with a guy before?
The standard is always 3.
molested
Only 2.
when I was younger. You've not heard the story. Do you know how many women I've met that have told me, even though I know their exes,
Jesus.
And they're trying to tell you they're virgins.
yeah, they were not virgins. You can't, that one is, they've passed that, they've missed that one. So,
Oh.
so they just say they were molested by an uncle when they were younger. Now, guys, if you are more forgiving and more understanding, and you learned how to deal with the truth, maybe more women will confide in you and say, "Guy, my body count is actually 68."
And guys, please stop asking us on the first date. Now, this is, for me, typically, these are questions on the first date. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Oh, you Ugandan, yeah. So have you been with any Nigerian man? What do you want me to say?
I think we should have I think maybe like tomorrow we should focus on that because we need to talk about first date questions.
You know
Yes.
what? Some friends and I are working on a website and a database. It is called Woman Facts. Let me explain how it works. You see, there's Carfax. When you buy a car, or they bring a car to you, the car looks nice. You just carry the VIN number and put it on Carfax. You will see if it was accidented, if it was flood damaged, if it was anything wrong with the car, shows up on the Carfax. So
It
we
will
should
not
do the
work.
same thing for women too.
It
So
will-
just take this Amal, just
It will
carry
not
Amal
work.
VIN number, and just put it on woman fax. Bim. Just see.
Brand new.
First of all, you see, Amal will tell you her mileage, her body count is 3. You don't read there, you see 350. Amal has 3 children, 4 abortions.
Wow.
As in every. Don't you think we should do this?
No.
It won't even work.
Like, the past
Why
doesn't
not?
matter. The past, it's about the future.
You
Because if you
know-
focus on the past, where is it going to take you? Yesterday has passed. Today
Today,
is going. Focus on tomorrow.
Forward ever,
Really?
backward never.
All right,
Yes.
guys, we're going to go on a break, and when we come back, we'll be asking you what exactly is the perfect spec when it comes to women. And do guys marry out of love or out of availability? In a moment, after dark on 96.9 Cool FM. Yeah. All right, 96.9 Cool FM. 12 minutes ago for 9 o'clock after dark with Daddy Freeze and the lobsters. We got some really beautiful lobsters up in here. Nice seafood things. It's been rainy. Today I woke up at about 11 and went back to bed. Do you know, I love the rain when I'm in my bed. If it rains all day, I can sleep all
Yeah.
day.
You know.
Me and the rain will just be...
Am I the only one who runs to remove everything from sockets when there's lightning?
Why? Okay, that's what happens in Uganda.
No, like when I was young, my mom would come and, like when it was raining, she'd come and say, remove the TV, remove everything. So it's stuck in my mind whenever I see rain.
Do you have lightning strikes in Uganda? A lot of them.
No,
I know there's some countries that are prone to lightning.
no, we actually don't. No, we don't. Yeah.
Okay. Because Romania has plenty lightning. I don't know, it was like that when we're growing up. I don't know if there's some countries that are prone to lightning, and you're advised when it's raining not to stand in the middle of a field, not to stand next to a tree.
Yeah.
Do you understand? You're safest in a car. You didn't know?
In a car.
Yes.
With the radio.
Antenna. Yeah, the car is earthed, so you'd be protected. If the windows are closed and lightning strikes a car, you should be fine.
Oh.
You should be fine. Now, a pluviophile is a lover of rain, someone who finds joy and peace of mind during rainy days. Are you a pluviophile?
Yes. Have you met someone who likes eating sand when it's raining?
Have we
No,
just met this someone?
No, it's not me. It's not me. I promise, it's not me. I know someone who, whenever it's raining, they go out and then they're like, I'm sure, even people who watch, I'm sure there's someone going to say, yeah, people who enjoy eating sand, they like the smell of, no, it's not sand, soil, when it's raining. So you go and eat the soil.
Wow.
Daddy Freeze.
I think there's a special type of madness that you have to go to Uganda before you can have. A pluviophile, someone who
Phile.
loves rain. I'm that. Are you that?
Not
No, for you,
quite
the hustle
sure.
is real.
No, but-
Slow hustle.
No, of course I like rain when I'm at home, not when I have to go out.
Uh-huh.
And of course it messes the road. In Nigeria, I don't think
Zika,
anybody
Zika.
should like rain.
I don't really like it because of my bread.
Because of
Oh,
My
yeah.
bread.
your breath.
Yeah, when it's raining,
You're
it's
not
cold, and then
breathing.
I won't breathe well and all that.
With your nose as big as this, you still cannot breathe.
Daddy
well.
Freeze.
And the freeze, what do
Plus,
I do now?
I mean, it messes the roads, so
Yeah, someone
Yeah, in
splashed
the
water
road.
on me today.
everywhere, Daddy Freeze, everywhere it's a lie, it's not enter.
I get you, babe. You live in Obalinde.
No, this is Nigeria,
In my
everywhere.
estate, the roads are fine.
It doesn't
affect my roads.
Okay, really, you're going to talk now.
It doesn't. It really, Maya said it. It really doesn't.
Come on, she lives in Freedom on Freedom Way.
Well, on behalf of myself and every other Nigerian,
Obalinde resident.
And people that go to the market.
Southwest Ikoyi.
People went to the market
People
today.
that go to the market.
Daddy Freeze, I went to the market
yeah,
today and a
people
car
who
splashed
even
water on
leave-
me because of the rain.
exactly, and she doesn't live
and
at
I
my
don't live
part
there.
of Lagos Island, right? So now she has to go to the market and
All right,
put
all
her
right,
feet.
all right. If you live in Obalinde, you can't be a pluviophile.
Agungi.
And if you're a pedestrian,
please, first of all,
Your spokesperson has just spoken. You can't be a bibliophile. So aspire to acquire so you can stay in
if
the
you
house when it's
live
raining.
on Lekki Ekpe Expressway, you can't be a bibliophile because there's a difference between Lekki and Lekki Ekpe Expressway.
No, Lekki Ekpe. No, we're talking about after.
Are you going to defend
You
the
see,
fees,
once
please,
you
from
just
your
reach
side?
VGC,
Aha.
No, from your side is Lekki Ekpe Expressway.
No.
From my
It
side.
ends. It ends at Mara second.
Jaconde. It ends at Jaconde. That's where it ends.
Please, it ends at second roundabout.
It doesn't even Jack on the
Anything.
all the way down to the second roundabout, to the second toll gate.
Tollgate. That's VGC.
Are you trying to tell me that Chevron? Have you been to Chevron?
Yes.
Well,
That
you can.
Chevron is not Lekki.
Well, just Chevron. Just Chevron. Are you
After
going to
Chevron,
call
are you going to try to tell me that
Iguefo
VGC
and
is not Lekki?
Are you trying to say Aja is not like?
VGC?
Are you guys trying to say that
Dear.
Aja is not lucky? What are you
Dear.
guys saying?
Dear.
Please, Daddy Freeze, after Aja, don't
Aja
count
is-
At
Dangote
this
Ajo as
point, we're going
lucky
to say
again.
after Lagos.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. After Aja, then you can say Dangote Ajo and all that.
No, if
Alright,
Aja
outside
is
Lagos. Let me
lucky,
tell
then
you.
Ekpe is lucky.
My only problem with places like Chevron is the traffic.
Yeah.
Now, the traffic coming to anywhere is crazy. It's annoying. If you have to be in court, if you have to, you're just gonna have to leave your house like 6. It's really annoying, and you're gonna crawl.
Wow.
But if you live anywhere from, I think, like you said, Jaconde,
Yes.
that's where you drop off every evening.
Yeah.
From that side
Daddy Freeze, you now get to Jackandi.
to Trumpers, my sister.
Daddy Freeze is not true.
Shut up.
Not true.
Shut up. Someone cannot even believe.
You only.
Daddy Freeze, how would you be playing
Oh,
like
but
that?
from your side, you can navigate through Jackandi as well, right?
No, I have to come on the main road.
Yes.
Okay.
I can't even navigate from my side to her side.
Where's her side?
Freedom Way.
Freedom Way.
Okay.
Just study the map. All right, back to our relationship
Whatever.
stuff on a rainy day. When you really need someone to live in your quarters, you know, someone to hold you when the weather is cold. You need to
Yeah.
hold.
Amal Kash is available.
Excuse me.
To face Amal Kash, you need to be bold. Have lots of money and maybe some gold. You know, so let's talk about it, guys. What is your spec? 2710-969, 2711-969, 2712-969, and 2713-969. Also, as a woman who many guys have spoken to, many guys have reached out to you and says, Naomi, I want to date you. What do you think a guy's spec is? Let's try to compare.
Daddy Freeze, first of all, I think it differs. Now, when you're trying to just have a normal friendship, a normal relationship, there are things you consider. But when you want to get married, there are also things that you really consider. And I don't think body shape is part of it. You know, I don't think body shape is part of it. I mean, there are other things. Like, if you want to really get married to
All right,
somebody...
we've got a caller coming through. Yeah, hello.
Hello, Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters.
Hello.
Good evening. How are you doing? And please go ahead.
I'm very fine. My name is Amal. My church is Slim Lady.
Slim ladies. Oh my goodness. Slim Shady. Oh my goodness. Nene Risky, you have a customer.
Daddy Freeze, please, I am slim thick.
I'm already calling you.
What
You
did
are
you say?
slim and what thick?
Slim thick.
What's thick
There's
your neck?
respect.
Oh my god.
So I love them very slim.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
As in like broomstick. Like mosquito.
No, you never reach down.
Like model.
Mention somebody who's your spec.
Okay. Ciara.
Who?
Ciara.
Sierra.
Ciara.
Oh, okay.
Ciara is thick now.
Sierra is thick. Sierra is slim.
She's slim thick.
She's slim curvy.
Slim. I just love slim girl because I'm this big guy and
Oh, wow.
Oh. Now we see where your problem is coming from.
How is it a problem
Andy
that
Lewis.
No, but how is it a problem now?
Andy Lewis. You see, the slim girls are not looking for Andy Lewis like you. They are looking for their own brother, Anthony Joshua.
I love slim girls. I'm not fat.
Now, apart from the physical, what else do you consider your spec in a woman? What else are you looking for? Okay, let's imagine you've seen.
To have. I want her to be smarter than me. That's number one.
God forbid I reject it. You want to die?
Are you sure about what you're
Are
asking?
you sure about this?
Hey. Naomi.
Oh.
Take my decision from your own, and I know, okay, wow, I think I want that.
Naomi,
Something
they're
like
calling
that.
for you.
Yeah.
They're calling for Naomi.
Wow. I like a woman who's as smart as me.
Not smart.
Not
Or
smarter.
almost as smart.
Well, why can't a woman?
What am I doing with smarter?
What do you mean?
What am I doing with a woman that's smarter than me?
Well,
She will use my head now.
And what am I
good
doing?
lane, your kids will benefit.
I don't care about the kids right now.
That's
I
a
care
good
about
man
me.
right there.
And if it's very hard to start.
I think that's a good man right there, man.
I'm not. I'm not
Maybe.
looking
No,
for.
I think that's a good man right there.
I'm not
How many? Yeah,
How
you're
many
saying-
men would you see that would say they want a woman that is smarter
Smarter
than
than
they
If
are?
I'm intelligent, I want someone because
Now here's the problem. Imagine you meet Zika and you want her to be smarter than you.
What do you mean that if
you it's because I feel like
Daddy, please, I'm not going to say anything seriously. I won't say anything. I won't say anything seriously. I'm just saying this as a joke. Just continue, anyways.
no, but I feel like
I think
men,
being smart is relative, though.
I'm going to use Naomi's word. In Africa, where men are the heads of the home, I think it's
Naomi's word? How?
No, that's your thing. This is Africa. This is Africa. That's your tagline.
This is about
So in Africa, where usually the man is the head of the home, I think it's better if he's more intelligent because you can't be coming and saying, "Yeah, I'm the man, but I'm making all the decisions," and you're coming to me for everything. Then clearly I'm wearing the pants. You understand?
Yeah.
So the man has to be smart. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I
How can
can't.
we even relate? Like, I mean, if I'm smarter than
You
Just-
hate it. Listen, women, let me tell you something, yeah. Women like a man who's finer than them.
No.
Yes.
No.
I think. Because you see, imagine Anthony, you wouldn't date Anthony Joshua. for
No.
instance.
What type of hatchet am I put him? I can't even date a man who has more Instagram followers than me. No.
Daddy, please, what did you say that?
yes, no. We have on that
Yes.
one. More Instagram
Followers.
followers.
You cannot.
You do videos and you do like this.
Yes.
No
No.
way, bro.
All right, we need to go on a quick break and then come back. Let's see if we could take more calls. The topic is getting even more interesting right here on After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters. All right, After Dark, Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters, 96.9 Cool FM, 9 o'clock on the dot. Welcome back from that. So we're talking about it. Naomi said she wouldn't like a guy who has more Instagram followers, or it was Amal that said
Yes.
that, and Naomi agreed that
Yeah.
it wouldn't make any sense to be in a relationship with a guy who has more Instagram
Well,
followers.
if you're not a businessman if you're not promoting any business on Instagram, you are not,
You're just
not
you're
marketing
just a normal
anything.
guy.
on
You're just a
Instagram. You're
motivational speaker.
You're just a normal guy who has a normal job, but you're very active on Instagram.
As in, you have people who say your bio says DM for collaborations. No, thank you.
Like if you're not an entertainer,
Oh my
but you're
God.
very active on Instagram, bro,
like
why?
me, for instance, that means like if
No,
I
no,
go-
You're in
you
media.
are
It's
a-
understandable.
You're in the media. You're an entertainer. So yeah.
But if it's like a normal person and then I check your bio, DM for collaborations, no, who are you
Like-
collaborating
like-
with?
You work in an
Why?
office, like
Yes.
a corporate.
All right. Let me ask this question. Callers, 2710969, 2711969, 2712969, and 2713969. Does Instagram followers matter? Do you care? Like if for instance, listen, for me, a no. The moment I don't care about your Instagram followers. What I will check is your phone book. If I see Don Jazzy's number, Wizkid's number, if I see that you are a groupie of any sort,
What if I'm providing a service like
provide. We don't have to be together.
Actually, a friend of mine was telling me that he thinks his girlfriend is, something. because like
Yeah.
maybe like hardcore slay queen, and then he was like, "Why is Davido following her?"
Yeah, that would be a problem.
That's
Oh.
bragging rights for the girl, though. Davido is following you.
How is it adding to your bank account?
So do you think that would be a problem
Sorry,
for
don't
a
worry.
guy?
1 or 2 celebs will eventually follow you when they know you're a Ugandan queen.
Like Amal, if you were a guy, would you have a problem with Davido following your girlfriend?
Definitely.
Why?
Why?
Why is it?
Ego issues or
Why?
You don't chat with him. Why?
No, but he's seeing you. Every time I see you post a nice picture, I'll be like, what? No.
Does he like the pictures?
why?
And you know Davido comments.
Uh-huh.
You haven't seen him on Insta blog. He comments. Oh. So he just hit you on the DM.
If I'm
Now,
a guy,
for instance, if I'm dating Naomi and I have access to her DMs, I won't have a problem who's following her. But if I don't have access to her DMs, my mind will just be thinking all sorts. Like Davido can just go there and say hi.
but you know
And
DMs you can unsend messages. DMs
Yeah,
I don't even
you
mind
can
if
delete
someone
chats.
because I can unsend message. I can send you a message and say,
Unsend.
hey boo, and unsend. You
Yeah.
want to be left
One
with
day
the
I'll
response.
catch you. One day. You see, that's the thing. One day, I'll just be with your phone and the message will come in. Babe, I'm in town.
Wow.
Sup?
Wrong number.
Wrong which number?
But really though, guys that are not into any kind of business on, you know, that they need to promote with social media, and you're always on social media, very active,
Work hard, play hard.
you know,
We
showing
gotta
off
grind like
everything. Like
this
today,
too.
I had to unfollow somebody because I thought it was like a normal guy, and then he goes live. Now, I just joined the live. Let me see what he was doing. He was actually eating, and then he.
So this was a guy who had hope with you before.
Well, like,
Low
So because
bit.
he went on live.
What is he doing?
like
on
you're
live?
always steady
I even got
posing.
crazy.
You know,
Why are you
I
eating on
just
this?
every
please.
single
No,
day.
but you
I
have
don't
something
want-
you're doing. Why are you showing us your food?
you know.
Who requested to see your food?
We're going
Zika.
to, that kind of man. We're
Would
going
you,
to be
can you date a
dragging.
guy that goes live?
Yes, there's
Is my
nothing wrong
WhatsApp
with
not
There's
working?
nothing wrong with
Is
that.
video call not work? Why didn't you call me?
All right,
and show
guys,
me?
that's as far as we can go on After Dark with Daddy Freeze and the Lobsters. Quite a lot for you to work with as you are in your house or wherever you are listening to us. Think about it. If you don't like Instagram followers for your man, make sure he has none before you start dating him.
Report his account.
That's why we like him the way
We
he
love
is.
you. Take care of yourselves, guys. See you tomorrow.
Good night.